Hello everyone and welcome to Momentum Finance channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about 8 high quality dividend paying stocks that have been paying and increasing their dividend for over 20 years and are considered to be undervalued at this time. Our very first pick is a company called First of Long Island. It's a financial sector business with a market capitalization of $404 million. It's considered to be a small cap size business, but the stock has very low volatility. In fact, look at that beta score of only 0.45. Beta is a measure of volatility, and a beta of 1 suggests that the company has similar levels of volatility to that of the overall stock market. In this case, the beta being half of that amount indicates very low levels of volatility for the stock price. This stock does have the highest dividend yield among the 8 pick that we have in this video, with a dividend yield of 4.74%. And in fact, it does pay its dividend on a quarterly basis. Look at their dividend growth streak and uninterrupted dividend streak. In fact, the past 28 years, this business has been paying its dividend and increasing it year after year, which is just remarkable. They do have a price to earnings ratio of 9.1, which is currently below its own 5-year average. From a dividend safety perspective, the First of Long Island has a dividend safety score of 70, making it a safe dividend payer. And they last increased their dividend back in September of 2022 by 5%. Our next pick is a real estate business. It's called Essex Property Trust, with ticker symbol ESS. It has a market capitalization of $13.6 billion, making it a large cap size business. From a volatility perspective for the stock price, it has a beta of 0.71, suggesting low levels of volatility. Essex Property Trust has a dividend yield of 4.24% and a price to earnings ratio of 15.2. As for their dividend safety, they have a score of 93, making it a very safe dividend payer. Essex Property Trust last increased its dividend by 5.3% back in February of 2022. They have been paying and increasing their dividend uninterrupted for the past 27 years, and they are also paying their dividends on a quarterly basis. Our next pick is a Canadian business called Fortis, available also for investors outside of Canada, the ticker symbol FTS. Fortis is a utilities business with a market cap of $19.2 billion, making it a large cap size business. Its stock has very low levels of volatility with a beta of only 0.35. Fortis currently does pay its dividend, yielding at 4.2%, and has a price to earnings ratio of 18.1. Its dividend is considered safe with a dividend safety score of 62. Fortis last increased its dividend back in September of 22, and they increased it by 5.6%. It's worthwhile mentioning that Fortis has been paying its dividend and increasing it year after year for the past 26 years. Next pick is another financials business. It's called T. Rowe Price, with ticker symbol TROW. This business has a market capitalization of $27.7 billion, but has a higher beta, suggesting higher levels of stock price volatility with a score of 1.43. T. Rowe Price currently has a dividend yield of 3.91% and a price to earnings ratio of 17.8. This price to earnings ratio is above their own 5-year average. Their dividend is considered very safe with a score of 94, and they last increased their dividend back in February of 2022 by 11%. T. Rowe Price has been paying its dividend uninterrupted and increasing it year after year for the past 35 years. Next on our list, we have another utilities business. It's called Black Hills, with ticker symbol BKH. It has a market capitalization of $4.36 billion, making it a mid-cap size business and a low volatility stock with a beta of 0.45, suggesting very low levels of volatility. Black Hills has a dividend yield of 3.76%, and their price to earnings ratio is at 16.6, which is in line with their own 5-year average. They have a safe dividend paying stock with a score of 77, and they last increased their dividend back in October of 2022 by 5%. They have been paying and increasing their dividend for a remarkable 51 years straight, which is just impressive. They do also pay their dividend on a quarterly basis. Next pick is Medtronic. It's a healthcare equipment business in healthcare sector with ticker symbol MDT. Medtronic is considered to be a mega cap size business with $109 billion in market capitalization. Their stock is considered to be low volatility with a beta score of 0.64. Medtronic has a dividend yield of 3.4%, and their price to earnings ratio is at 14, which is below their own 5-year average. And their dividend is considered to be very safe with a score of 99. Medtronic last increased its dividend back in May of 2022 by 7.9%. It's worthwhile mentioning that Medtronic has been paying and increasing its dividend for the past 44 years straight. Next pick is Eversource Energy. It's a utilities business with ticker symbol ES. Eversource Energy has a market capitalization of $27.7 billion, making it a large cap size business. It has a very low volatility stock with a beta score of 0.46. Eversource Energy does pay a dividend yielding 3.27%. Their price to earnings ratio of 18.3 is below their 5-year average, and their dividend score from a safety perspective is at 88, suggesting very safe dividends. Eversource Energy last increased its dividend back in February of 2022, and they increased it by 5.8% at the time. Eversource Energy has been paying its dividend uninterrupted for the past 22 years, and in all of those years, they've increased it year after year. Finally, our 8th pick is a financials business called Prosperity Bancshares with ticker symbol PB. It has a market cap of $6.74 billion, making it a mid-cap size business and a low volatility stock with a beta score of 0.69. Prosperity Bancshares has a dividend yield of 3.01% and a price to earnings ratio of 11.8, which is again below its own 5-year average. They have a very safe dividend of a score of 92 and last increased their dividend by 5.8% back in October of 2022. It's worthwhile mentioning that Prosperity Bancshares has been paying its dividend uninterrupted for the past 26 years, and in the last 22 years of them, they have increased it year after year. There you have it, folks. A quick look into 8 high-quality dividend-paying stocks that have been paying and increasing their dividends for over 20 years and are showing indications of potentially being undervalued. I hope you found this video beneficial and gained something of value from it. Really, the idea behind this video is for you to have some pointers and really start doing additional research on these potential companies and whether you decide to add them to your watch list or maybe you want to pull the trigger and add them to your portfolio upon further research that you're going to do. I hope you found this video beneficial. It's intended for entertainment and hopefully giving you some information of what some of these high quality dividend paying stocks are that are currently trading in the stock market. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Here on Momentum Finance, we post every week videos about investing, including investing in the stock market, such as dividend stocks, growth stocks, and penny stocks. We also talk about investing in real estate, as well as discussing ways to reach financial freedom and financial independence. With that, thank you so much, and I hope to see you all next time.